Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to C Notes for Writing Inequalities. Our learning target for today is I can write an inequality with variables on both sides from a verbal description. There, it's spelled correctly now. So, writing inequalities, if you'll make sure to write these in your notes here, you're going to look for words like greater than, less than, more than, and we will have a list tomorrow in class that we will share that has a longer list. Then write a simple inequality in words, and then you're going to look at the answer choices and eliminate any answer choice with the incorrect inequality sign. For example, if we have a statement like, when will Marcy earn less than Sarah, we could have the statement either written as Marcy less than Sarah, or Sarah is greater than Marcy. Some symbols to write in your journal over to the left-hand side there. You've got this symbol here, which is less than. We have the symbol like this that is greater than. I'm sure you guys have learned about the alligator a long time ago, but one other suggestion, if you still get mixed up, is this right here is kind of like an L, okay? And this is the less than symbol. Then you also have less than or equal to, like that. This little bar right here represents an equal sign. So this is less than or equal to. And then the opposite of, or going along with the greater than, you've got greater than or equal to. Okay, and we're going to go on to the next slide for an example. Mr. Morgan wants to paint several rooms in his home. Painters Plus charges a flat fee of $275 plus $50 per room. Paint for You charges a flat fee of $75 plus $150 per room. Which inequality can be used to determine how many rooms Paint for You can paint before its charges will be greater than Painters Plus charges? Okay, that's a lot of information. One thing we like to do, as you know, is color code. So I'm going to look at Painters Plus, underline it green here, and go down here to the box that says, what do we know? Okay, so going off of this here, what do we know? And what do we know about Painters Plus? Straight from the problem, it was $275 plus $50 per room. So changing that, because our goal is to be able to write an inequality, $275, the flat fee, means it doesn't matter how many rooms they paint, they have the $275 is like just showing up at the door. So then this $50 per room, $50 x, if x equals, and I'm going to identify my variable up at the top, or define my variable, x equals number of rooms. Okay, so there's my inequality for Painters Plus. Then what do we have? Paint for You charges a flat fee of $75. That sounds like a good deal, better than the other one, sounds like. Plus $150 per room. Well, now they're charging more per room. So this is very real life here that we've got to look at and compare. Let's see, $75 is that initial showing up to the door fee, plus that's $150 per room. So all we're doing is writing an inequality, and the question is which inequality can be used, I'm back at the problem, which can be used to determine how many rooms Paint for You can paint before its charges will be greater than the painter's plus charge is. So, let's see. We need the paint for you, which is our blue, what I have written in blue, to be greater than the painter's plus. Ooh, that's kind of tricky. So, I know we said that this right here is the less than, and the other direction is greater than. But we have this reversed here. So I need to kind of reverse the sign here. I'm going to actually use the less than sign because this is written backwards. I have if painter's plus is less than the paint for you, then that needs to, the opposite would be true also, where paint for you is greater than the painter's plus charges. Okay? So if we look at the inequalities above, I'm looking for this statement. Let's see here. If we're matching our symbols, okay, we weren't subtracting as far as this symbol right here, the inequality symbol. It's not D. So if we reverse everything and just kind of read it backwards, our inequality backwards here, let's look. If I have 250x, well, I can't combine. My x is 250x equals 350. That there doesn't make sense. And here on answer choice C, my inequality symbol is actually backwards. It's written exactly the same way, my two statements, but that inequality symbol is backwards. So, let's see here. I've got my 150x plus 75 is the same as what I have written for paint for you. And then I have that would be greater than, which is what I wanted. And my painter's plus statement is my 50x, and then I have plus 275, and that's what I have there. So the answer is going to be B. So if you would please write a summary of today's lesson. The learning target was that you will be able to write an inequality with variables on both sides from a verbal description. Thank you and have a great day.